You have a window right now to speak. We have no doubt leaders, congressional leaders who watch from Washington, D.C., and they watch CNBC all day long. If you have got to send a message to them as they negotiate a potential stimulus package and relief, what would be your message to them right now?
It's getting really dire. Winter is coming. We need to get the Restaurant Act passed. We have lots of support for it in the House and in the Senate. It is a grant that will help keep restaurants afloat, and we need it desperately as time is running out. I don't think a lot of restaurants can hold on for much longer.
Yeah, the weather is getting colder. The prospect of freezing rain and snow makes outdoor dining, if not impossible, certainly darn difficult. How are you and your team and the restaurants that you lead in the Restaurant Coalition, what are they saying about what they're going to do the next couple of months?
Well, everybody's trying to pivot as much as possible. Most restaurants are still trying to do outdoor dining, but, getting customers to eat outside when it's freezing cold is a tough one. No matter how nice you make your patio, it's just an impossible task. And, we've all tried to store as much money as we could and save up, but our savings are dwindling. And, the mental toll, the financial toll is just getting overwhelming. And at this point, if we start to close, it's not just one restaurant closing or two restaurants closing. We're talking about thousands and thousands of restaurants closing, which means we're going to end up putting so many more people back on unemployment. And the ripple effect of this is, I think, going to be a disaster for this country.
Yeah, and you are down. By the way, when things get back to normal, your place is fantastic down there on the Lower East Side. You guys do a terrific job, and we're rooting for everybody to come out, certainly on the other side of this. Amanda, and what people don't realize about the restaurant industry, you have people that come out on the internet, whatever, and they're like, why don't you just change your model to takeout? It doesn't work that way. Your landlord probably doesn't care how you pay the rent, that you pay the rent. Con Ed, they don't care what you're burning. By the way, with all the heaters, your electric bill, gas bill is probably soared. Your fixed costs are so high that for most restaurants, they can't just become takeout shops, can they?
No, it brings in a little bit of money, but it doesn't bring in the same amount. I'll be really honest. I went from making $12,000 a night to $3,000 a night. And you're right. My rent hasn't changed at all. Con Edison, my bill is skyrocketing. My insurance is still the same. I have so many bills that haven't changed at all. And we haven't gotten, we got some relief at the beginning of this, but we haven't gotten any since. And I think we're all basically throwing up our arms in the air and saying, what can we do? How much more money do we have to throw at this problem ourselves?
Yeah, I know we got to go. Is it best just to maybe shut down, close up for a couple of months and come back in April or May?
If I could afford to do that, I would, but I still have to pay my rent. My bills don't disappear whether or not I'm open or closed. And like you said, my landlords are in a tough position too. They have mortgages to pay, but they have mortgages to pay, and I owe them money. So closing up isn't necessarily the best option either.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.